guys, thank you for joining me for small group today. You will see your daily question. What do you remember from yesterday about main idea? Tell me one thing that you remember about main idea in the chat. It can be anything. How you find the main idea, what the main idea is. Type that in the chat while we wait for everyone to join us. And then you will also see our class agenda. We have YouTube group time, practice work together, and then practice with a partner or solo. Okay, let's talk about some of our learning targets for today. These are the same learning targets that we went over yesterday. We're going to focus a little bit more today on identifying the main idea. Yesterday, we talked about demonstrating comprehension of text. What does that word comprehension mean? When I say comprehension, what does that mean? Tell me in the chat. Understanding, demonstrating understanding. Do you understand what you're reading? That's so important. Good readers go back and use clues to help them to understand or comprehend what they are reading. Part of understanding what you're reading is being able to find the main idea. Main idea tells you what the story is mostly or mainly about, and that's very important to be able to understand what you're reading. And then we also talked about identifying details. We're going to talk about that again today, specifically supporting details and how those details help you find the main idea. Okay, let's take a look here. Let me move my camera down there. The main idea. Remember, when you think of main idea, try to picture in your mind this little table. So when we have this table, we have the top, which is the main idea, the big idea. What is the text mostly about? That's what main idea is. Well, in order to hold that table up, you need to have supporting details. Those are the legs of the table. So a lot of times you'll find a few supporting details. In this case, I want you to try to find 3 supporting details when you're reading. Supporting details could be the who, what, when, where, how, or why in the story. They support or they hold up the main idea. So when I say supporting details, are the supporting details going to be in the same topic as the main idea? Thumbs up or thumbs down. If you agree, yes, thumbs up. Disagree, thumbs down. Are the supporting details going to be about the same topic, about the same idea as the main idea? Do they all go together? What do you think? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Yes, supporting details are going to be about the same topic as your main idea. If they're totally different topics or different ideas, they might not go together, and you might have to go back and look for a different supporting detail. Let's talk about some tips to find the main idea. I have them down here. Number 1, you can always read the title. Remember, good readers always read the title first. The title might give you a clue about what the passage is going to be mostly about. What is the main idea? Number 2, go back and read the first and last sentences. Remember, this is kind of a tip and trick. It's not always going to be that way. You're not always going to find that main idea in that first sentence or that last sentence. You might have to do a little detective digging. Number 3, look for repeated words. Are words repeated over and over in a passage? That might be a clue that that's what the main idea is. And then lastly, after you read something, ask yourself, what is this text about? That is also helping you to comprehend or understand what you're reading. When you look back and you think about what you read and think in your mind, what was that mostly about? What did I just read about? Some tricks to help you. But first, I need to show you also YouTube group time. Let me find it here. As you're watching this, I want you to think main idea. Main idea. So purposes for my lesson, I would let that go the whole time, but I will stop now. Tell me one thing that you found in that YouTube group time. One thing that has to do with main idea. Type it in the chat, and I will go through and read your responses. What did you learn about main idea? So I'm going to put polling tools up for you, and I want you to use your polling tools and tell me, how do you feel about main idea? I have to go back. I lost my screen. Okay, here we are. How do you feel about main idea? A, I still don't understand it. B, I think I need just a little bit more practice. Or C, I've got this. I'm ready to go. How do you feel about main idea? Use your polling tools, and I am going to fix my screen. Okay, I told you we were going to do a little bit of work together, and this is our work for together. As we are reading this short passage, I want you to be thinking of the main idea. What is this passage mostly about? Remember yesterday we used our interactive notebooks and we did some notes in about clues to help us or tips to help us find the main idea. Remember, you can always use this while we are working on this together. That's a tool for you to use. So main idea, I have the clues over here on the side also in case you don't have your ELA interactive notebook with you. You can use these clues over here to the right. I would normally have a reader read this for us. And then we would go through and I would put the polling tools up on the screen and I would ask them to use their polling tools. Eric gripped the bat in his hands. His palms were sweaty, but he took a deep breath as he stepped up to the plate. He had to score a run or his team would lose the game. When the pitcher threw a fastball, Eric's reflexes took over and he heard the crack of the bat hitting the ball. His heart raced with excitement. As he ran for first base, he was safe. The main idea of the passage is A, Eric plays baseball. B, Eric scores a home run. C, how to play baseball. D, Eric overcomes his nerves and makes it to first base. So let's go back and let's look in our notebook and see what are some of the steps or tips that we can use to help us find the main idea. Well, we know one, we should look at the title. This passage, it does not have a title. Okay, so we're going to eliminate that. Let's go to step 2. Look at the first and last sentence and reread those back to yourself and see if there's any clues in there to help you find what the text is mainly about. Main idea. That in his hands, his palms were sweaty, but he took a deep breath and stepped up to the plate. Are you picturing this in your mind? Remember, as you're reading, you should be making pictures in your mind. His heart raced with excitement as he ran to first base. He was safe. Use some inferencing skills here. Put together what you already know and what's happening in the text. That will help you arrive to the main idea also. So it sounds like there's bases, a pitcher, he's running to base, he's safe. What does that sound like to you? Tell me in the chat. What does it sound like he's doing? Good, playing baseball, yes. So let's go through and see. Do any of our choices not involve baseball? Maybe there's some that we could eliminate or take away that don't make sense. Do you think that this is mainly about Eric playing baseball? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. What do you think? A. Good. What about B? Eric scores a home run. Well, let's go back and let's look at that last sentence. His heart raced with excitement as he ran to first base. He was safe. Would you keep B or would you eliminate it? Tell me in the chat. and tell me why. Give me some support to back that up. Why? Good. A lot of you are saying you would eliminate it because it's talking about first base, but answer choice B is talking about home run. Huh. I like it. What about C, how to play baseball? Would you keep that or would you eliminate it? And then as I see my time is running out, I would go through this and then we would go back and talk about how we arrived at our answer, since this is kind of a reteach and giving them skills. And then this next one, I would have them work a little bit more independently. I would still be here to offer support, but I just would not go into as much support. They would work a little bit more on their own, but still in a larger group. And then I would have them break out into small groups with either 1 or 2 people, or they could even do this independently as kind of a follow-up for them to practice finding main idea. And this is something that they would work on, reading a passage, finding supporting details, and then arriving at the topic or main idea.